everyone, it's Andrea here, and today with the help of my Milky plant I'm going to show you how I make my raspberry and oat muffins. These are absolutely beautiful moist muffins, perfect for everyday snacking. Let's get baking. So to start with, I'm going to turn my oven on. It's preheating behind me at 180 Celsius, that's 350 Fahrenheit, and I'm going to make my oat milk. So using my Milky plant, I've already got my water ready in the back here. In the top, I'm going to put some oats. And because I like the extra flavour that it gives, I'm going to put 1 date. We just need to take the seed out of the middle of it. And now I am going to put the lid back on and we're going to make some oat milk. And that is our oat milk ready to be used. Now, I am actually going to use the oat milk to make the muffins, but I am also going to use the pulp from making my oat milk, which can be found in this little container over here. So that is also going to get used. So now that I have my milk made, I'm going to move my bowl to the side for a second and get my jug out. So into my jug, I'm going to put the wet ingredients I'm going to use to make my muffins. So I'm going to pop the pulp in here. So to that, I am going to now add some of my oat milk. I'm going to add 120 mils to be precise. And to that, I'm also adding some brown sugar, some oil, so that was vegetable oil I've added in there, and finally, for a little bit of lovely flavour, some vanilla. Right, time to mix all this together, and then this is the wet ingredients part of our muffins. So once that's all mixed up, we're going to set that aside, and now I'm going to deal with my dry ingredients. So into a large mixing bowl, I'm going to put in some plain flour, and in here I have some baking powder and a little bit of salt. So this is going to get a quick mix together just to combine those ingredients. So once all that's mixed together, it's time to combine our wet and our dry. So all I'm going to do is give it one final stir and then pour my wet ingredients into my dry. Now when you mix your ingredients together for a muffin, you want to make sure that you don't overmix, because if you overmix, you will get really tough muffins. They were really chewy and not light and fluffy. So you want to mix only until it is just combined. Now, you don't want to mix all of this all the way through, because we want to save some of this mixing together for when we put some of the raspberries in as well. So we want this mostly mixed through with a few streaks of flour going through still. Now I've got my raspberries here. I'm not going to put all of them in because I want to put some of these on the top of my muffins before I put them in the oven. So I'm going to save, I'm making 6 muffins today. I'm going to save about 2 or 3 per muffin. I'm going to just put a handful of these in. So these raspberries here are going to get folded through the mixture. And the reason I've done it this way is because raspberries are much more delicate a fruit. So sometimes they might break up a bit within the batter, and that's absolutely fine doing it this way. So once everything is completely combined, you have no more streaks of flour left, we are ready to pop them in our cases. Okay, so now we're ready to put them in the muffin tin. Because I'm only doing 6, I've just spread them out over the whole tin. So I'm just going to divide my mixture in between the 6 cases. So once your mixture is in your cases, we're going to grab those extra raspberries that we set aside, and I'm going to push them in the top. Now the reason I like to do this is because it means that I have some nearer the top, and as the muffins cook, the muffins will rise up around the raspberries and encase them, and you'll have these lovely raspberries sticking at the top of your muffins. They're absolutely gorgeous. And for an optional finishing touch, if you would like to, this is totally optional, I have here some Demerara sugar. Now Demerara sugar is much coarser in texture, so putting it over the top, it's not going to dissolve quite so much into your muffins. It'll stay over the top and it'll give a lovely crispy top to your muffins. That's why I like adding that on as well. So I'm just going to put a sprinkle of it, a nice generous sprinkle over the top of each of my muffins. And then these are ready to go in my nice hot oven. There we go. So these are going in my hot oven. They're going to bake for 20 to 25 minutes. So my muffins are baked and cooled, and they smell absolutely divine. Just look how gorgeous these are. And there you have it, raspberry and oat muffins. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you have, and we shall see you next time. Happy baking.